Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you don't miss the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. In this video is the highly anticipated Top Gun Maverick non-spoiler review. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Top Gun franchise movie phenomenon, I'll make sure to fill you in on the Top Gun 1986 release before we go into the review for the Top Gun Maverick sequel. The 1986 release of Top Gun. The Top Gun Naval Fighter Weapons School is where the best of the best train to refine their elite flying skills. When hotshot Pete Mitchell, also known as call name Maverick, is sent to the school, his reckless attitude and cocky demeanor put him at odds with the other pilots, especially with the cool, calm, and collected Tom Kaczynski, also known as call name Iceman. But Maverick isn't the only one competing for this top fighter pilot position. He's also fighting for the attention of his beautiful flight instructor, Charlie Blackwood. Maverick's radar interpret officer is Nick Bradshaw, also known as call name Goose. They are stationed in the Indian Ocean aboard the USS Enterprise to fly the F-14A Tomcat. We follow Goose and Maverick through this journey because they are young men developing their very elite careers during this process. But of course, like any young person, you think you know everything, you think you have all of the answers, and you have life events that snap you into reality and saying, hey, this isn't a game, this is real life. That movie was a beautiful invitation and eye-opener to just a salt grain of what happens during Naval Fighter Weapons School, the roles of U.S. naval aviators, and even radar interpret officers. On top of that, the soundtrack to the film has been one of the most popular movie soundtracks to date, reaching 9 times platinum certification. The film won an Academy Award and a Golden Globe for Take My Breath Away, performed by Berlin. And in 2015, the United States Library of Congress selected the film for preservation of the National Film Registry, finding it culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. So this movie was a really big deal. You get a lot of slogans from this movie that you might hear all the time in movies or cartoons that reference this movie. You know, I have the need for speed and all of these quotes. And even, I wish I could put the song in here, but it's a copyright issue, but I'll sing it to you. It's highway to the danger zone. I mean, I want to put the song in here so bad, but the music matches the vibe of the movie so well. If I give you any additional details about the movie, it will be a spoiler, but I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to watch it on Netflix, or it's actually on a lot of television networks right now for you to watch it because they want you to watch the sequel, because the sequel is thebomb.com. So let's get into the sequel of Top Gun Maverick. After more than 30 years of service as one of Navy's top aviators, Pete Maverick Mitchell is where he belongs, pushing the envelope as a courageous test pilot and diving the advances in rank that would ground him, training a detachment of graduates for a special assignment. Maverick must confront the ghost of his past and his deepest fears, culminating in a mission that demands the ultimate sacrifice from those who choose to fly. Just like the 1986 Top Gun release, this 22 release of Top Gun Maverick shows a beautiful, diversified reflection, true reflection of the Top Gun Naval Fighter Weapons School. Keep in mind, it has been 36 years since the original release, and we have a lot of the good chunk of cast members who were in the original, and that is absolutely beautiful and amazing. When it comes to Tom Cruise, you guys, he's known for doing a lot of his own stunts. When it comes to this type of training for this movie, you have to remember Tom Cruise is that dude, okay? Put some respect on his name, all 3 of y'all, because Tom Cruise shows again and again that he is of the elite when it comes to action movie actors. Before filming Top Gun Maverick, all of the actors had to take real G-Force Boeing FA-18 Super Hornet fighter jet sporting training. And also when it comes to the cinematography, we have the same type of cinematography that can keep up with not only the real life speed, but the stability of the filming within the cockpit cockpit itself. There is a precision to the artistry to capture the visceral effects of the high intensity aerial flight of the human body. You have to be able to keep the audience engaged, feeling like they're in the pilot's seat and not some CGI kind of lost in the sauce kind of feel. He had to be strapped into this L-39 jet, the same aircraft as everybody else. Miles Taylor, Glenn Powell, and the other castmates trained to prepare their minds and their bodies literally for the real thing, experiencing those real G-forces. So, man, you got to remember, Tom Cruise is not a spring chicken. So the fact that he was able to just experience that as an actor and pull us in is absolutely amazing. Everything they went through, if you really think about it, is experimental when it comes to camera tests and getting the military approvals for that. When they're filming this, we still have our women and our men that are actually in these forces that have to keep their eyes on the sky. So you're filming, and just because you're filming doesn't mean that real potential threats aren't in the sky with you as well. So there's this CK Sony Venice digital camera that's very lightweight that continues to rotate as they're filming, giving us that, wow, I feel like I'm in the seat experience. In my preteens, I considered going to the Air Force. When I became of age, I went to the pre-training sessions that they had for the Air Force. And when I learned that you can die in training for the G-Force, I was out. I was like, I'm gonna take my butt to school. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. So it's beautiful to actually see the realness of the actors being in the seats, really feeling that G-force and pulling down, right? So as you're watching this, you're like, man, you're hearing the intensity of breath and breathing. It's all a craft, and it's a super duper dope skill to have to maintain a pilot that's going so fast and also keeping your mind extra focused. Kudos to Tom Cruise for not only looking amazing, but still being this amazing catapult of pop culture and executing this movie well. Now, let's get into what I thought, my reviews, and if I suggest you should even go spend your money and watch it. So when it comes to this film, kudos on when it comes to productivity, visual effects, sound. I saw this Dolby, and also the plot, giving the audience close and understanding of the first movie released in 1986. Based upon all of those things, I give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. Why not 10 out of 10 if it's so extravagant, Bunny? I'll explain. It has its moments of cheese. And when I say moments of cheese, there are moments of cheesiness. You know, when you watch a Marvel film and the action's great, but every now and then they have these lines that are just super cheesy. And you're like, okay, we really didn't need those lines. What happens, especially with this PG-13 setting and this rating, they are trying to make sure that they pull in more family, that more families can see this. So to me, this is family friendly. It's awesome to go see. Check it out with some friends. You want to have a good just sentiment of an action movie, a good plot. Great. Now, for many of you who are concerned, who don't want to take the time and watching the first movie, and you're like, I just want to go see it, you can go see it. You won't be so lost that you cannot follow the storyline. So if you've never heard of Top Gun, the original, and you just want to stroll in there and see Top Gun Maverick, go for it. You won't be lost. You won't be confused. They give some backstory during the movie so you can get an understanding or kind of like a reminder of what happened before that. So go see it. 8 out of 10. Wonderful movie. If you enjoy good action, you want to learn something about our forces when it comes to those men and those women who protect our country, it's very, very insightful. Go see it. Check it out. Give kudos to Tom Cruise. He's one of the baddest. He's in awesome shape, and I love it. So stay tuned for more movie and television show recaps. We have so much coming. Make sure that you check out those playlists because there are a lot of shows that are coming back on, new seasons, other shows that are coming to a close. It's the final seasons, so make sure that you binge watch. There's so much to watch, and this summer they are releasing and updating a lot of shows. Due to the pandemic, a lot of the fluidities with a lot of networks are getting back to normal, so make sure that you check that out. Follow me on Instagram so you don't miss the live talks and the live chats with a lot of my friends. So we talk about movies, we talk about pop culture. Don't miss on that. So in the meantime, in between time, remember remember to take care of yourself and each other. Enjoy the movie Top Gun Maverick. I know I enjoyed it. Bye.